Hey, what's up guys? So I'm continuing on this account, as you can probably see by the video. Right now my goals haven't really changed. I still plan on staying 13 defense and going for PVM goals. It really sucks that I lost my hardcore status. Makes it not as unique and cool, I think, when I get all the PVM items done, but it's still a pretty cool achievement and I've been enjoying it, so I'm going to continue. So I was running low on U-log, so I had to go cut some of those for birdhouses and got 78 wood cutting. Also made some house portals in my house, the main one being the Kirill teleport, which teleports you to Canifis, which will be really helpful for the Slayer Tower until I get Slayer Rings. And then probably the biggest thing of this video was the Herblore Grind. I finally used up the herbs I've been saving up for a while, and I ended up getting to 73 Herblore. I'm sure it took over 100 hours to do that, counting the time to get the seeds, time to plant the seeds and harvest them, to then collect the secondaries and make them into potions and all that stuff. I'm sure it took over 100 hours to get me to 73 Herblore, but now I can make just about every potion in the game. I can boost up to stamina potions, and those are super helpful. Stamina potions require 77 Herblore, so from 73 I need a +4 boost, and I have some like Golan Nova tops or something like that from thieving the stalls on Zaya. So I ended up using those tops to make botanical pies, which give a +4 Herblore boost, so I don't have to sit and mess around with spicy stews to get the boost. By the time I hit 73 Herblore, I had around 2,000 prayer potions, 4 dose, 2,000 energy potions, 4 dose, somewhere in the neighborhood of like 500 super attack potions, 4 dose, like 300 super strength or something like that, like 100 range potions, 4 dose. Some anti-fire, so yeah, I had a pretty good stock of potions at that point. I also went and got 100% favor at the Taibo area. Did that by killing the spiders. That's the fastest way to do it. Later on, I kind of regretted that because I had to get a gout tuber. So I probably should have just did the where you chop the vines or whatever it is. I should have just done that from the beginning because it took a long time to get the gout tuber. Then I did quite a few quests this week as well. Some of the key ones being my arms adventure. That unlocks you a herb patch. You need like 60 or 70% Taibo on my favor to even do that quest, which is kind of one of the reasons why I went to get it up. You also need the favor for a diary requirement, so those were the two main reasons why I got that up to 100%. Then the other main quest was making friends with my arm. That's the newest quest they've released, and that unlocks you another herb patch. So that's 2 new herb patches, which is, I only had 5 before, so that's a lot more, and that's going to speed up how fast I can get my seeds done by a lot. And the cool thing about those 2 patches as well is that they never die, and once you finish making friends with my arm, you actually get teleports pretty much right next to both the patches, so that's really helpful as well. I was kind of expecting the quest to be a little hard at my low combat level and low combat stats, but it actually wasn't too bad. It did take me a couple tries. At first I started, the final boss fight, the boss, if you get close to him, he like knocks you back and stuns you and stuff. And so initially I tried to do it with darts before I realized that mechanic, and I was always so close to him, he just kept walking towards me and knocking me back before I could run away. So I switched over to a bow, and I went over to the Rangers Guild, and you can actually buy rune arrows there by trading in archery tickets that you can get by playing some of the mini games there. So I went and got some rune arrows, went back, tried it with a short bow, and I beat it pretty easily. So that's a tip for anyone trying the quest in the future that may not be very high combat level. Don't use darts, use a longer range weapon. After you beat the quest, you get a few other like little perks you can go and do if you want to. Like you can make fires in certain areas, and they give you little boosts and stuff. I haven't done that yet. I'll probably do that in the future though. I spent some time mining a whole bunch of the salts that you get after the quest, so that I can make teleports to the 2 farming patches. I also spent a pretty big chunk of time doing the diaries this week. I did every diary that I could. So I had to do some quests. I did Rat Catchers, Icthlerin's Little Helper, Skippy Mogers, and a bunch of other little quests as well. So with my build, I can't do a lot of the diaries. I can do at least easy and medium on most of them. The only diary that I can't even do the easy on is the Fremi diary, because you have to do Fremi trials to even do the easy diary, which doesn't make much sense. Why would you put Fremi trials as a rec for an easy? I don't know. But anyway, so I don't think there was any diary that I did hard in. I think eventually I'll be able to do some of the hard diaries, but they require Slayer, and my Slayer still sucks right now. And the XP lamps that I got off all those diaries, I put it on Herblore. There were a couple quests that unlocked certain Slayer tasks, which I didn't want, but I ended up doing the quests anyway because I wanted to get the diaries done. Probably not a good choice, especially on one. It's kind of funny. I was working towards the Fally Medium diary, and you have to do the Skippy Mogre's mini quest in order to do that. And the thing is, I can't even do the Fally Medium diary. I got halfway down with it, and then I realized I needed 20 defense to wear Initiate, which somehow I didn't see while reading the requirements. So yeah, I basically did the Skippy Mogre's mini quest for I guess not no reason, because I actually you get flippers from it, and flippers are needed for underwater agility. So if I want to go and get some giant seaweed, they're required for that. So it's not a complete waste. And the rewards I get off the diaries that I finished aren't too great, so not really anything to mention there as far as the rewards. I also went and got all of my rune crafting pouches. You can get all of them at any level, so I can only use my small and medium, but I was able to get up to the giant pouch. And the fastest way you do that is by going to the Abyss and then just killing the low level leeches there that have 10 HP. You can like one hit them most of the time, and it's pretty quick to get the pouches. Also, my farming is getting pretty high at this point. I hit level 82. So once the farming guild comes out here pretty soon, I think it should be out within the next couple of months. I think they already pulled it, so I wouldn't think it's going to take a long time for it to come out. That will give me another herb patch, and with 82 farming, by the time it comes out, I'll probably be 85 farming, and I'll have access to the entire guild on the Ironman. One of the diaries required a gout tuber, so I spent at least a couple hours getting that. After being there for like 2 hours or something, I realized I read somewhere that you can dig up other people's gout tubers if they find it. So then I went there on my main account and just started doing it on my main account while working on other stuff on my Ironman. And once I found one on my main account, I just teleported over there on my Ironman account. I had to log out of my main account, but after logging out of the main account, I was able to dig up the gout tuber on the Ironman. Some people may think that's kind of against the spirit of Ironman, but I don't think it's that big of a deal, especially since I was there for a couple hours just on my Ironman account. You have a 1 in 5 gemrock chance to find a gout tuber, and I found at least like probably 10 gemrocks. I went so 2 times the drop rate, didn't find a gout tuber. That's when I brought my main account, so I didn't really save any time by bringing my main account compared to an average lucky person. Also, for one of the diaries, I had to kill chompy birds, so I had to go and fetch me some brutal arrows and an ogre composite bow, and I had to go and hunt some more choppies. I've hunted so many of those at this point. Jagex have made a few updates to it though, so it's actually a lot easier now than it used to be, or at least a lot less tedious. Like you can just use one of your little bellows on the swamp, and then it will just automatically start filling all of them for you. Before you had to sit and use each bellow on the swamp individually, and the click box for the swamp used to be a lot smaller. They've made a whole bunch of quality of life updates for chompy hunting, so anyone who's doing it now, you can't really complain. Compared to how it used to be, it's a whole lot easier. So after finishing those diaries, I moved on over to rune crafting. I had like 4,000. Yeah, actually, 4,000 pure essence saved up, and I wanted to start getting some rune crafting levels. So I went and did fire runes at first. Did those up until I only had 1k pure essence left, which got me to 39 rune crafting, I think. And then with 1k pure essence left, I went over to do cosmics, but then I realized I needed a cosmic talisman. So then I went on a large trip to try and find a cosmic talisman. So I read that you have to get them from caskets pretty much. So I went over to rock crabs. I trained my range there for a while, trying to get a casket off rock crabs. I think I did get a few caskets off there, but I didn't get a cosmic tally off any of the caskets. Then I moved on to big net fishing, did that for a little while, and then got a cosmic talisman from that finally, and went and crafted like 500 cosmic runes, which are super helpful. I need them to enchant my jewelry, and I'm going to need them to charge orbs to make battle staff, so I'm going to need a lot of cosmics in the future. So probably going to be trying to get my rune crafting up to 57 or 59, whatever it is, for 2 times cosmics, and then I can just craft a whole bunch of cosmics and finish some battle staffs, get tons of crafting levels, make a lot of GP. But in order to get the pure essence for that, I'm probably going to get it from Slayer, so I'm going to have to do a lot of Slayer first before that happens. And next up is actually chins. I'm going to be hunting some chinchompas to get my range up a little bit. But that is pretty much all for this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next video.